So this is Sage Bova, visionary yoga teacher, and this is
Tami Ridley.
Tami Ridley, and we are two of the founding members of All Ability Yoga. Yoga doesn't only help the physical body. It's also really good to get in touch. It's the only exercise I know of that gets you in touch with your energy body, with your emotional body, with your mental body. And so you really get to see, by connecting your breath and your awareness and your physical body, you get to see where you're at emotionally. You get to see where you're at mentally, and you get to see how your mental thoughts and your patterns are your thought patterns and your mental structure is very powerful.
What I'd like out of yoga is to build up my diaphragm muscles, because of my quadriplegia, I have a limited lung capacity, and also I'm kind of crushed up like this all the time. So being able to open that area up and also to strengthen through breathing. Is there anything I can do for that? Absolutely.
So let's start by, I'll just begin to kind of tell you what you're speaking about there is called Pranayama. And that's a Sanskrit word, and it's two words put together. It's prana and ayama. And prana means life force, and that's referring to your breath. There's so much with the breath, so much with the breath. But let's just start. You got prana, which is breath, life force, and then ayama, put them together, pranayama. Ayama means to stretch. So another way that we kind of translate it as yoga teachers is breath work.
So we stretch our breath and we stretch our body?
So we stretch our breath and we stretch our body, that's correct. So let's first start by doing some Ujjayi breathing together. Okay. And the way that we do Ujjayi breathing is you sit up tall as you can and comfortably, and you constrict your epiglottis just ever so, and you create a oceanic sound, breathing in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. So it's with a constricted breath. You use your diaphragm to slowly fill your lungs. So it sounds something like this. Then you hold it at the top, and then you exhale. Let's do it to the count of 4 if you can. So ready?
I'm ready.
So let's see if you can do inhale to a count of 4 through your nostrils. That's about as high. That's about as far as you can go, right? And then exhale nice and slow.
Should I feel the breath in my throat? Or
yes, you should feel it in your throat. Beautiful. And exhale. Right now there's so much going on. Keep going. Inhale. Right now you're strengthening your diaphragm. And exhale. You're improving your lung capacity. Every time you inhale and exhale, it's just like doing a push-up with your lungs. Exhale. You're improving your lung capacity. You're strengthening your diaphragm. You're also engaging your Jalanara Bandha and your Jalanara Bandha and your Udaya Bandha. These are 2 energy locks. You're creating an atmosphere of transformation right in here with your breath. Inhale. Okay, wonderful. Now we're going to do sun salutation.
Why constricted?
When you constrict your epiglottis, you're creating an atmosphere where the air is not just flowing freely. It's like if you're sucking through a straw, you're going to get so much with each suck. Every time you suck in, you're going to get a whole mouthful, and you can drown yourself with all that soda or whatever you're drinking through the straw. Same as with the oxygen. You notice if you're inhaling through that big tube, you're going to get lightheaded, or you're going to, you're kind of going to choke on the oxygen. So this is the art of learning to stretch the breath, right? You can't. There's not much stretching you can do when your windpipe is open, but when you constrict it, now you can really focus on and start to get a feeling for your edges, you know, where the breath begins and where the breath ends. Also, when you're breathing this way, you're creating a nice pad for your spine. So when we're moving our extremities and we're moving our arms and we're doing some yoga postures, you're going to have an atmosphere that's, your body's going to be much more supported. You're creating, with this breath, by breathing this way, your spine is actually padded.
I can feel it when I'm breathing in. It's like my spine stays in place better.
Great.
That's the pad.
So that's pranayama breathing, and there's just as many different ways to practice pranayama as there are different postures, and there's modifications, and there's different different ways you can focus on the breath to create different desired effects. But this Ujjayi breath, you want to come back to that throughout your practice. No matter, you know, any hatha yoga practice, you want to make sure you're connecting to your Ujjayi breath, and that's a good gauge. If you're out of your Ujjayi breath, you're pushing too fast, you're going too hard. So you want to have this like balance of softness and strength. So that breath, that Ujjayi breath, is going to be your guide. If you're losing your breath, maybe you come off of the expression of the posture a little bit.